So I hope y'all doing excellent, doing great. I'm going to go jump in this conversation. So I have been thinking a lot about transition, about moving forward into new things, about trying new things out, because I'm at a point in my life where I actually really do want to live it. I don't want to just do things for the sake of doing them. And I actually want to go on into my own passions, my own dreams, and try my best to make things work. And I do understand that sometimes that's not always the case for everybody. Now, I'm not saying it's not possible, but I do understand certain work commitments. I do understand that people do have families, they have children, but that doesn't mean that you can't move forward in life. And in saying all of that is this: when you have left certain things behind, you have to make sure you just leave it there. Like if you're making a decision to move forward from something, make sure you also make the decision that you're not going to go back to it and you're not going to pick it up. Now, this can apply to just a number of things. Now, especially of course when it comes to certain lifestyles or certain struggles, you don't want to go back and pick that stuff up. When God deliver you from something, don't go and pick that back up. Let's stay where it said, let's stay where you left it at. Don't look back at it, don't think about it, leave it there, because that can become a hindrance to you when you're trying to move forward if you keep going back to it. Now, in small things, it can be just like maybe you want to change your career and you made up in your mind that say, you know what, the field I'm in is not working. I don't want to continue to stay up in it. If you don't want to continue to stay up in it, don't try to continue to build a career in it. Don't try to keep doing job search in it, because I think sometimes we feel like because we've been used to a certain thing that that's our safety net. That's the only way we're gonna live, survive. But we have not even got out of our comfort zone to see what's all that's out there, and that's a challenge that I have myself, because it is more to life. Just because something didn't work out one place doesn't mean it cannot work out another place. And even if things went wrong in a certain situation, a certain area, that doesn't mean things cannot change for the better. It may mean you may need to find new relationships. As far as I mean, like connections, you may need to try a different area, or you may need to just try to see where is the problem truly at. And maybe you may not need to make a whole lot of change. Maybe just that one little thing that you need to kind of like, give your attention to and make sure some good change can be made. So I'm just saying this because I do understand when we have these conversations about leaving things behind, that usually refers to just old lifestyles, old habits, and those sinful lifestyles that God called us out of. And some of us, it's like we sneak back to them. But this conversation is more towards to when we're trying to move forward in life. We don't need to look back at things that we left behind. We have to let them stay there. And yes, I do need to just say this again. Yes, that does mean old habits, old relationships, old friendships, even old places. If you left them behind, you left them behind for a reason. It wasn't just because you felt good one day saying, you know what, I'm just going to leave all this behind. Or you just up and just made this sudden decision without giving it a thought. Because I do believe people, when they get up and leave a relationship, whether it's a marriage or where it's just just some fling, or well, I would say no fling, but just a romantic, I guess I just say it's a relationship. I'm trying to give another term because I know being a marriage, being a long-term relationship is two different things. It is. But regardless of what that is, people have thought about it. Whatever, they try to tell the other person, like, okay, I just couldn't take it this day. No, they have thought about it for a long time. It is now they made that decision to leave. People always have a reason why they leave. People always have a reason why they do things, whether they say they don't or not. There's always a reason behind it. So be encouraged that if you're trying to move forward, continue to move forward. Don't look back. Leave what you have behind you. Let it stay there. You'll be okay. You'll be all right. And yes, we have a community here where you can get that encouragement. And yes, I am continuing to try to work and build and to do what I want happen on this channel, which is going to take me a little bit more time, because I'm going to try and take a break toward the end of this month and come back next year strong. I know I say this all the time, multiple times throughout the year, but it is true. That's my plan, to create really consistent content and build community up. So I'm able to bring in more people on here so we can just create like this community of just, just wisdom, love, and encouragement. So we good.